How would it feel to have a thriving fitness business and have the freedom to enjoy life at the fullest? Well, that is exactly what the Trainer Revenue Multiplier Show is going to give you. My name is Mathew Park. This is Jaime Filer.
Hey, guys.
And we are here to serve.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Trainer Revenue Multiplier Podcast. Guys, I have to admit, I've been listening to a lot of Grow or Die. So the first thing I wanted to do was welcome to your favorite podcast, the TRM podcast. But I'm not going to do that today. Anyway.
A little deeper voice, Jamie, you got it.
I know, a little bit raspier, right?
Raspier, that's the word, raspier. That's right.
Yeah. Jace, Lopez, Isaac Miller, how are you guys? So great to have you.
Awesome. Isaac's doing better at Disney World. Happiest place on earth.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac, you're taking a week off, right? It's more than just you're in Disney World for the day. You took your family to Florida for a week.
Yeah, it's good. And I've been able to manage work and be on vacation, which is the coolest, because as we know, like entrepreneurship's like it's always going. But if you have the right systems, like you can really enjoy both. And it's a testament to that, because this is the first time I've really dove in, but it's good. It's working well.
Oh, so glad. And that's something we're going to dive into today on today's episode. What I really wanted to do is come to it and hear where you guys were at in your businesses, because often we talk about a topic and kind of cross our fingers, hope and pray it relates to somebody out there in podcast land who's listening. But we all know, even among the three of us, there are so many overlaps in the challenges, bottlenecks, and wins that we've experienced in our business. There is no doubt in my mind that if all of us share what's going on in our individual businesses, more than a bunch of people will relate to it. So I wanted to kind of just hear how you guys were doing. And the format I would like to use, if that's okay, is roses, thorns, and buds. So roses is obviously what's going really well in your business. Thorns are bottlenecks, challenges, strife, anything you're kind of struggling with. And then buds are areas of opportunity. Where are you growing, or what did you learn from the thorn that you can do better in? So let's start with Jace. Give me some roses. Hand me a rose, Jace.
Yeah, so kind of give some background. I have my own gym, so currently I have 7 trainers under me, so it's a personal training gym. We are inside a large facility, so that gym, of course, has memberships, but we're just getting paid for the personal training, which is going awesome. My trainer's doing great. I'm doing great. I do online coaching, so I'll online coach. I have 2 coaches under me, and other forms of income. I'm an affiliate for John G. University, so I have a discount code. Of course, I get some revenue from that, and I'm a fat muscle supplement ambassador, or should I say, a coach for them. So I get of course. Based on how much I sell, and my coaching code is how much I make from there too. So as far as roses go, clients are doing great. Of course, business is thriving right now. So for a lot of people, the summertime does slow down. So I think, of course, with people, having, kids out of school, or depending on, if we're taking more vacations, that can slow down. But, the engine's rolling, everything's going well for us right now. So.
That's amazing. Has anything new happened? Like, are you on a trajectory to do better this summer than you did last summer? Give me something slightly above and beyond everything is status quo and going well.
Yeah, no, that's great. So as far as compared metrics, I'm going to do a little better last summer, which is awesome, So, every year you want to, of course, progress metrics. But, this year has really hit the ground running hard. So I'm looking forward to this summer. And of course, bringing in more revenue, more clientele, and bringing on some more coaches too, So my gym, we do have some great coaches, but I do want to get somebody on like a 1099 type of contract full time, because we are moving to a new facility here. So I'm actually building a new gym, which was my thorn in a minute here, but we're actually building a new gym. We poured the slab last Thursday, so that's getting fixed up. We got to start framing up here pretty soon. So I'm definitely excited for that.
Will there be 2 Apex locations or just one bigger one?
Just one bigger one. That's have memberships also.
Beautiful. Love it. Isaac.
I
love hearing your wins. Go ahead.
No, Jace, just so many. It's hard to follow that up. The man's a legend over there. For me, it's really just a complete shift in my business. And that being said, like I still have clients that I take on. I'm bringing another coach under me now who can help, take on some clients, especially like female clients that I'm getting on, who also has prep coaching experience. So that's great. And for me, it's really dialing in towards mentoring coaches, going, full in on TRM as the TRM Silver Mentor, as well as I started the Prolific PT Academy. And right now it's just a mentorship, but we are working on, as I close on my house, which is a personal win, which our closing date's getting moved up now. So that's good. It should be in a few weeks. We'll be finding, a facility to work through and actually starting a school. I've got a partnership with NASM, and we'll be actually starting up a Prolific PT Academy to take, people through their certification courses, and then being able to, expand on that and have what we'll call the lab. And it'll be where we can actually conduct research and do stuff for NASM, and, just helping out their team with making new CEUs and stuff, but also being able to run a contractor-based gym out of that, like a private studio, so people can pay rent and run their businesses without having to worry about a bunch of people, filling up the gym and using it all up. They have their own private space to take their clients and have like a good state-of-the-art facility. So those are the things that are going pretty well as far as like the new shifts going on. Of course, there's going to be thorns in that as well, because it's still new. But right now, I mean, TRM mentees are crushing it. Had 3 coaches take on a total of like 11 clients in the past like week and a half, which has been awesome. And they're all, really good coaches. Like they have good coaching understanding, good application. So I know that we're putting through sound, coaching, good evidence-based coaches. So we're not just creating, industry leaders who aren't good at coaching. We're actually putting out people who know what they're doing. They're changing lives. And it's really fulfilling for me to have a mentee come up to me who has just started working with PCOS clients and like fertility issues, and me helping them go through it. And now having someone say like they've just helped 6 people with PCOS and 2 women get pregnant who were infertile. And it's like that for me to see them change lives means everything to me, even though I'm like way in the background. I know like that family that was forever impacted are never going to forget that coach. And that to me is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I think that is one of the most, well, first of all, congratulations. That should go without saying. But I mean, that should be every coach's goal, isn't just to train clients, right? It's to remove ourselves so that our impact can be multiplicative and exponential rather than just additive, right? Because when we add clients, we add impact. But when we add coaches who add clients, that's how you change the world. Right. I love it. The other thing I wanted to, just regarding your verbiage, Isaac, you're not closing on a house, you're closing on a compound. You sent me the Zillow link, and that, how many acres are you on?
It's like 32 acres. Has a bunch of rolling pastures for horses, has a 10,000 square foot barn with a 7,500 square foot indoor arena, 10 stalls, like everything. And we're actually going to be, because I'll talk about this later, but I'll be able to transition part of that barn into like my working office space and studio. And so when we talk about the buds, I'll bring that up, but I'll have like a full studio in there too, which is pretty cool.
I love that. I love that. And then the other thing you mentioned is, we won't just create industry leaders who aren't great coaches. I believe that the cream always rises to the top. An industry leader will always be a good coach. You cannot just have a facade. You cannot, right? Like industry leaders don't just have a boatload of followers. They also might not, but they will have a heart of gold and a brilliant brain. So I believe that with your mentorship program, with TRM, with Jace taking on more people, that's how we're going to go about doing it for sure. Go ahead, Jace.
So I think it's really cool. Number one, in our TRM Platinum group, I said that great coaches create great coaches, right? And that's just what Isaac's doing, which is really cool, But I was talking to a buddy yesterday about the dichotomy between a coach and an educator, right? Because there's a lot of coaches out there who, have high accountability, but don't educate, follow plan, don't ask questions. They try to get results via blunt force trauma, right? And the educators out there who have no accountability towards that person afterwards. Right? I think about like a high end college professor, like come to class.
Totally.
Here's my way of learning. If it doesn't work for you, whatever, So we have to have a mix of like almost like a 50-50 of coaching and educating for our clients to be successful. I thought it was a really cool balance there.
I love it. And that goes like, I used to really love whenever people would ask, like, what do you do for a living? And I used to be like, I'm a coach, like I help physique athletes. I'm a coach. But now, like I've shifted. And now when someone asks me, what do? I'm like, I'm a health and fitness educator. Like that's the easiest because I don't really do as much coaching anymore. Now I do mentorships. And so and my Instagram, even the Prolific Professor and starting up the Academy, and it'll actually be an academy, with NASM. So it's really cool to see that switch and going into the more education space and seeing those coaches go out and impact and them get fired up to say, I'm a coach, I help people change their lives. It's a cool transition.
I love it. And I think it's only a matter of time before I have people on the podcast who have their own discount codes for the Prolific Mentorship University instead of like the J3U, right? I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to thorns. Let's go to thorns, gents. What's not working as well in your business as it could be? Let's go get a little bit vulnerable. Jace, what are you struggling with?
Collaborations, connecting with other local businesses and of course, creating relationships that way because most of our collaborations are current clients. I mean, we have over 100 clients, which is great. I mean, it's a great opportunity and they know our process, which is the best way, but I would like to have more of an outreach in the local community and get people inside the gym to make more of an impact. And really, it's just my end, like I've learned that I don't want to put the effort forth in the collaboration, set those up, So I need my team who is good at it and does love that PR work to do that for me.
I love that. So you need like a marketing team. You need like the Bang Girls going around.
Yes.
Okay. I love that. Because it's really, there are only so many organic ways to get your name out there. And again, the way we talked about the multiplicative effect of making more coaches rather than just asking clients for referrals and whatnot, the best way to be asking businesses that already have so many people under them. Okay. I gotcha. Isaac, what's the thorn in your side?
Yeah, I think mine would be kind of consistent with Jace's, where I feel like I am making good collaborations, but not locally, where I could really be making an impact. That being said, I'm in the middle of a move. So hopefully once I get moved, it'll be better. But that's not really an excuse because I haven't done it where I'm at, and I've been where I'm at for a year now, over a year now. So that's something that I know I need to work on and get better at and Jace said it best in one of our platinum calls is like, you should be a celebrity of your town. And before you can be a celebrity of the world, if you're not impacting or if like people around you don't know you or who you are or where you're from or how you train, like you're not actually making the right impact. You need to be a celebrity where you're at. And that rung true to me when Jay said that. It was kind of like a slap in my face of like, well, I need to get on the ball. And that's something that I need to get better at, especially with this move and kind of this fresh start in a new place. I know I can make an impact there. So that's definitely something I'm going to be working on.
Yeah, I love that. Sounds like it's the beginning of a bud as well. In one of the first form core values is be the mayor, which is essentially the same thing, right? Wherever you go, you should be shaking hands, kissing babies, introducing yourself, to them, offering people in your gym, right? Take the protein literally out of your gym bag and make it so people are like, what are you doing? And they ask you, but you guys can do the same thing, right? Starting conversations locally with people at the grocery store, at the local supplement shop, at your gym. I love that. So out of curiosity, guys, do you think your thorn is mostly strategic or mostly psychological?
I would say 90% of the time, the thorn is psychological, right? Because we in TRM, we have all the heads we need to connect to, of course, solve these problems and get great ideas. So it's really psychological. And I would say it's more of an identity and an effort issue, right? But what's good about having thorn is that we all have something to work on, right? Because if you think you have it, you can identify having awareness of having a thorn. Because if you think you have it all figured out, you clearly you're failing somewhere, Oh
yeah, unless you're Alvin. I feel like Alvin does have it all figured out.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Jace. And Isaac, what about for you?
Yeah, I would say, as you said, the thorn can kind of be a bud because it's, especially in a scenario that I think I'm just blessed with of having a fresh start somewhere. You're able to identify and having good mentors who can help you identify your weaknesses. That's the greatest thing about having good mentors is that sometimes it's just like in prep. You can be a great coach, but you still work with a prep coach. Why? Because having that outside perspective and having that person who can be real and honest with you when you need it is what, like, iron sharpens iron, right? So having people like you and like Mathew and Jace and people around saying like, hey, like noticing this, or like we should refine this, or maybe, you know, you could be doing more outreach in your local area. That lets me know, like, with this move, like, okay, put on that hat. You know, as Alvin said, you have to, like, your identities are in different hats. And if you can take off the coach hat and put on the CEO hat when you go somewhere and actually act like that CEO, and that's something that I'm really priming myself for. And I think it is psychological, not being able to put on that CEO hat sometimes. And it's funny because I'll be telling my mentees to go do these things and they'll go out and they'll execute. Next thing you know, they're signing on like 5 clients.
Yeah.
And me, myself, I'm not going to the business, you know, next door and talking to them. And so now it's like, it's time I have to, you know, put on my big boy britches, practice what I preach, and go, you know, make an impact in the local area. And it actually, that thorn gets me excited. That little prick, that pain from it, kind of gets me, you know, going. I maybe I'm a masochist, I don't know, but I kind of like that feeling of pain and that uncomfortable feeling. Like Mathew was talking about the growth in TRM, and he's like, I know it might be uncomfortable, but we're taking this business somewhere great. And I was like, it's a fun uncomfortable. Like, it's that level of uncomfort is like exciting. It's like that top of the roller coaster, and you're about to go on the ride of your life. And you just have to lean forward into it instead of closing your eyes and not enjoying it, you know? So, cause you're going to go on the ride, whether you like it or not, you might as well enjoy it, you know? And so that's something that I'm really priming for and getting ready and already kind of putting some plans into place. So
I love it. Oh, that's so good. And what a fantastic answer. Jace, where are you at? What are some buds for you psychologically, personally? Where is there room for growth? And in terms of the business is literally, you are growing it, a different building, but yeah, what are your buds?
Psychologically, I'd probably say the realization that I need more people, more pieces of my team of the people doing the right things that I'm not good at. You know, so for example, we talk about PR just now. You know, but social media, you know, that's one thing. I've hired somebody to, of course, take care of me, which has been phenomenal because it's a huge stressor off my plate. And I think with me having my own facility, I'll be more encouraged to make those connections, right? You know, because right now I'm inside a place, I'm inside a facility right now, but have my own, I'll be more encouraged to make those connections to get more people inside because this is my culture, my environment here, you know. So that's a kind of realization I have here, actually through this call right now, which is really cool. But yeah, but yeah, that probably some buds of mine, you know. Yep.
I love it, Isaac.
Yeah, the buds, honestly, right now, I'm really excited for TRM growing and taking on silver and really seeing those coaches elevate and grow. But also with, I just got a partnership with Muscle and Fitness Plus to do my own channel on Muscle Fitness Plus to really bridge like holistic, like integrative health and talking more and teaching more on the importance of labs, the importance of hormones, partnering with good doctors who understand that and aren't just there to prescribe, you know, whatever pill is going to fix the symptom, but actually getting to the root cause of the problem. And also being able to bring some of the business aspects from TRM into that channel. And so we're talking about like the place I'm moving to and that land we're closing. I'll be able to transition. Part of that barn has an office space set up in it. So I'm going to transition it into a full podcast studio. I'm lucky to have a brother who is a savant with like Adobe Premiere Pro and everything there. So he'll be able to be our producer and actually have a good legitimate channel set up for the Muscle Fitness Plus, as well as probably do some writing for Muscle Fitness itself, which is like, I grew up reading those magazines and like daydreaming about, you know, being someone, you know, a part of that. And now to maybe not have my picture with shredded abs or anything on there, but to have my name in some articles and to have a channel on their streaming service where I can teach and educate, that is like a not just a dream come true. Like it was like a distant fantasy. that is actually coming true, that I've been manifesting since I was 12 years old, you know? So it's really cool to kind of see that come to fruition and come full circle years later. And like, yeah, that's a bud that I'm excited to grow, as well as, you know, just getting the school started and, you know, solidifying that partnership with NASM even more, and actually starting to get students in to get their certifications, and to become a industry name like NPTI, you know, or NATE University, and like being able to actually create something that can make amazing trainers who aren't just focused on money, but focused on impact, and going out into the world and understanding like how to value themselves and find their worth, but find that worth through the impact that they can make, which is what we're all about here at TRM. Like, it's not just about the dollar sign, it's about the impact you can make, but the dollar sign comes from you knowing your worth and your value. And it's an internal thing more than an external thing. And so I'm excited to just be that change, and to like us to be that change in this industry, to make it something that actually matters. Because I feel like fitness has taken health away from it. And with that, when we took health away, we took mental health away too. And now the industry is just full of people who, it's vanity, like it's all vanity. And TRM is just a different beast. Like we don't care about the vanity, we care about the impact. And that's going to always lead up front once people, you know, understand, okay, it's not just about abs, it's also about how I feel about myself and how I treat others. And abs really don't matter at all. But if you take care of your health and your mental health, you care about yourself enough to work on those things. And so long story short, those buds, I'm just really excited for TRM and for Prolific Academy to make that change in this industry.
Absolutely. Be the change you want to see, right? What I found interesting was that you said not just focus on money and not just focus on dollar sign. It's literally the same. Don't focus at all on money or dollar signs. Focus on the team that you're adding. Focus on the legacy that you're building. Focus on the impact you want to have. So it's not even like, don't just focus on, like, promise you, it's when you take the focus off money and dollar signs that the impact just grows. Again, I'm going to use the word exponentially, because you don't care about the money, right? You care about the heart and again, the impact that you're having. So I think that was brilliant. Anything you guys want to add before we close out?
And I want to add a thing, but kind of copy out of that is like, it's almost like your health is your health fitness journey. It's like you can lose weight and look worse and be in a worse position health wise, right? Or you can gain weight and look better and be in a better position health wise, you know? So it's kind of the parallel between money and, of course, your health. So that's really good, Isaac. And we're tied together there, Jamie.
Love it. Love it, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Isaac, thank you for taking half an hour out of your family vacation. We appreciate you. Jace, as always, appreciate you in general. And thank you again for being vulnerable about your thorns and your buds too. I certainly hope that helped people listening. Where can they find you guys if they don't already follow you?
So on Instagram, where I'm at mostly is oh Lord, where's my Instagram? Jace _Lopez _.
This is what happens when you don't run it yourself, Jace.
That's right. Because but also my team page is at Apex Training Elite. So I have a few Instagrams, but that's my main one is Jace _Lopez _.
Amazing. All right, Isaac, where can they find you?
Awesome. Yeah, and my Instagram is at the Prolific Professor, or team page is Prolific PT Academy, and TikTok Prolific PT Academy. You can find me there as well. So other than that, that's all I got.
Love it, guys. I'm at James91. Follow us at Trainer Revenue Multiplier. You can find us on Facebook, clearly Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram. And until the next episode, we hope you enjoyed this one. Have the best rest of your day.